It's Thursday, the 26th of July, 2018. I'm up in Perthshire, and I'm visiting a castle. But this one is a castle that looks like it's still in use to a small extent. It's not really a ruin as such. It looks like it's a pretty complete place. We'll soon find out a bit more about it, but until then, stay tuned and welcome to another vlog. So Huntingtower Castle, just outside Perth. It did look remarkably complete, like it's been renovated or, you know, everything's been covered up. But we'll go in and let's have a look, shall we? Oh wow! Now that is a lovely roof. Looks like there's been some renovation because obviously there was multiple floors here at one point. But wow, okay. There's a beam roof. It's been restored more recently. Some candelabras there. This is a 16th century building. And I've got to find out more about it. But we'll have a look and see a bit more, shall we? So the building was originally known as the Palace of Ruthven. It was built by the Ruthvens, the Earls of Gowrie as they're later known, following their downfall in 1600. It passed in the hands of the Murrays, the Earls of Tully Bardine, and then later Dukes of Athol. Visited a few times by royalty. Mary Queen of Scots visited with Lord Darnley, after they married in 1565. And James VI was held here against his will by the first Earl of Gowrie, called the Ruthven Raid. The third Earl was involved in the equally bizarre Gowrie conspiracy, and the Ruthvens were disinherited and their castle remained Huntingtower. The fireplaces are amazing. Look at this. They're all in the rooms. And you can see it's multiple floors. Obviously the floors have been removed over time, but it's interesting to see that it's been roofed. So it's a dry space. Really massive. So there's only one other place I'm aware of where there is an amazing painted ceiling. That's I think it's Aberdare. But this one is even more extraordinary, and it goes back quite a while. So this was the 16th century wall and ceiling paintings that were here, and there's some elements on the walls over there as well, which is brilliant. Number of fireplaces in here is fantastic. Oh, can't get in that bit. They've locked it. Okay. Oh! Oh! You can. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. Haha! Look at this. Wow, 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 wow. Brilliant view. Oh, I apologise now if I wasn't supposed to go in there, but it didn't have any padlock on the fence, so I think we're fine. Get it back, there we are, right, down the steps, down to the cell level now. So the Murrays were keepers of the castle initially, and then they took it over in the 1660s, by the looks of it. Now the Murrays were in part of the Jacobite Rebellion. George Murray was born at Huntingtower Castle in 1694, and he later became Prince Charles Edward Stuart's military commander in the Jacobite Rising of 1745. There was a gap between the two towers. There was two towers originally, and there was a gap in between. They closed it up, filled in the gap, which is why it's one big castle today. You can see up there, look, you've got the two bits of the castle there. And there was a gap of about 3 metres between them. This little bit here is their little extension. Little gem as a house. All these vaulted ceilings, I love the vaulted ceilings in these places. The technology of that, alright, it's old technology in that respect, using arches, but what they used it for was brilliant. Cavernous areas. So looking at the house and looking at the castle and the building of it, and William Ruthven, Lord Ruthven, built the castle, of what I understand here. And there's two towers, there's the west tower and there's the east tower. It was built in the early 1500s, the present design you've got here, and there's a wee gap between the two towers called the Maiden's Gap, which is that little extension bit in the middle that I showed you. This is a private residence. It was a regal residence. It wasn't really for defensive purposes, it was really for leisure and a place of leisure. And two monarchs of Scotland hosted here, as I say, Lord Darnley and Mary Queen of Scots in 1565, and James VI was held here at the age of 16 in 1582. A succession of keepers were put in charge of the castle, including James Murray, 4th Earl of Tullibardine in 1649. Perhaps of his loyalty to Charles II during the Cromwellian occupation, he was granted Huntington Tower outright in 1663. The 4th Earl of Tullibardine died at Huntington in 1670 without an heir, and the property passed to his cousin John, 2nd Earl, later Marquess of Athol, whose chief residence was Blair Castle near Pitlochry. Huntington Tower seems to have served as residence for his eldest son John, who was created Duke of Athol shortly before his father's death in 1703, and may have been during the Duke's first time that the major alterations to the fabric, an attempt to create one uniform building, were carried out. So this is when the Maiden's Gap was closed off. The third Duke sold it to James Buchan, who was an owner of a nearby cloth printing factory, who used it until 1850 to house the workers, and then it was acquired by a military man called family of Major Lindsay Mercer, who in 1912 entrusted it to state care. So it's been in state care for over 100 years. People think that obviously 16th century castle was quite bare, but actually they were quite colourful, either with tapestries or paintings on ceilings. And there's only one other example I know of in the 16th century that I know is this. There might be more, but Aberdour is the only other place I've been to with a ceiling like that. So on the wood paneling, on the flooring, which is fantastic. But yes, that is Huntingtower Castle. If you like what you see, don't forget to like this video, share it. If you like the videos I do, check out the vlog playlist. There's loads of other castle tours I've done over the past couple of years. And if you like the channel as a whole, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell. There's a video released every Sunday at 4 PM GMT. So until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later.